Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy. When last we left off, we were here in Eomer in the Hall of Ingbert, the Reeve of the Entwash Vale. We had come here with his son Horn to a less than friendly welcome, needless to say, and he has promised us a meager feast to show that he has not forgotten the bounds of hospitality. So Leowolf here has said that
I will show you to a comfortable room while the feast is prepared.
He is going to show us to a comfortable room while the feast is prepared. Give me just a moment here.
I will show you to a comfortable room while the feast is prepared.
Alright, sorry about that. Just making sure of the sound settings. So we have got that going on, and we will travel now to the comfortable room.
I have been too long away from home, but what welcome awaits me now?
Alright, looks like we have Horn is just as unsure, shall we say, of what welcome he is going to get here. Let's see what our companions have to say. I'm sure. Oh, Nona was allowed in. Let's see what Corodan has. I know the Reeve promised a meager feast, but this seems like a bounty to me. Eomer is besieged by troubles, as are the other villages we have visited in the East Emnet, but still its lords and its guests eat well. Alright, listen to the conversation around the table in the mead hall of Eomer. Knew it was an instance coming up as soon as we saw the travel now. So we knew we didn't want to get tied up in that with the other episode having gone so long. Thank you for the hospitality, Reeve Ingbert. The food was delicious. You are very welcome, Corodan. I was not certain that elves could eat the food of my people. They are not as different from us as we thought, Father. None of my companions are. I did not ask for your opinion, Horn. When Theoden King sent you away, he did not send you far enough. Father! It is nothing, Ingeth. Do not trouble yourself. No, I will not allow him to be rude to you, my brother. In my own hall, I will speak as I wish. To my home he brings a wild woman, a blood foe of his own people. Do you desire battle? I will give it to you, old man. She threatens me. Oh no, oh dear. Nona, no! Father, listen to me. Nona is my boon companion. She is a mighty warrior, and I think that may be enough for now, Horn. Respect your father's walls. The elf is wiser than you, Horn. He knows when to speak and when not to speak. Must each of my sons be so quick of temper? The four of you have traveled far. Did you hear any news of my beloved? They are tired from their journey, my daughter. They surely need rest. Who is your beloved? I am betrothed to Theodred, the Prince of Rohan. When he returns from his duties, we will be married. I think they are ready to retire to their beds, Ingeth. We need not speak of this now. Gnarlo met with the prince at the fords of Isen not long ago. Oh, what can you tell me of him? Did he look well? Oh yeah, let me break the news to her, huh? Prince Theodred will be back with you soon, Ingeth. Let's speak of other things. Oh, did it? What? He had that amount of time to go and talk to her, and that was it? Yes, that is enough. We will speak of the prince later. No need for that talk now. Reeve Ingbert thumps the table with his fist. There is another matter of which to speak, a very serious matter indeed. You are my Sornhorn, but you have a term of service to carry out in Stangard, and you have not completed it. You are here against the will of Theoden King. Father, I do not want to cause trouble for you or the people of Eomer. My song for the king may have been ill-conceived, but there was truth in it. He has been influenced by Grima Wormtongue, if only he had the strength to resist. My loyalty is to the king at all times. I will not hear these treasons. Leowulf, the feast is over. See to the removal of the table and chairs. Yes, my lord. So we talk to Horn now, and we talk to the Reeve. We will speak later, Gnarlo, but I thank you for holding your tongue. I have kept the sad tidings from the fords of Eisen from my daughter until now. She is not yet ready to hear them. Talk to Reeve Ingbert, talk to Ingeth, and talk to Nona. Alright, let's talk to Nona and take her counsel before we go and talk to his daughter. Nona looks at you darkly. Why did I come to this place, Gnarlo? My journey with you was to be one of vengeance and victory, and instead I counter a complicated web of distrust and confusion. Nona lowers her voice and speaks to you in a harsh whisper. That girl does not know her beloved is dead, and none here wish her to know. Is that because they fear the truth would kill her, that her grief would be too much for her to bear? She should take the sadness and turn it to anger, and wield a sword against the orcs that slew her love. That is what I have done in memory of Wadu, and what I would do to avenge my love. To avenge. Nona halts suddenly, out of breath. But his people and mine are enemies, Gnarlo. It is wrong to feel this way. You heard that old man. He will never accept that Nona, daughter of Suvok, could be anything but a foe. Has my fondness for Horn changed me? Has it made me weaker, more unsuspecting? Why can I no longer bring myself to hate the horse lords in the same way they hate my people? I do not wish to die in ambush, Gnarlo, as my brother did, but I fear I have been blinded. My heart has done it. I need some time to think. Indeed. That is why I am the true hobbit and value good food and cheer above all else, including hoarded gold. Hello, Ingeth. I would like to apologize for my father's words, Gnarlo. He speaks harshly because the troubles of the Entwash Vale weigh heavily upon him, and he cares so much about his people. He wants to do what is right, but he worries that is not enough. If only the will of the king were not so confused. It is hard to know what is best for Rohan. Ha! Will you listen to me? I am no shield maiden. What would Prince Theodred say if he could hear me talk this way? He'd probably say, "Let me out of this hole! Let me out of this hole!" That's probably what he would say if he could hear you. All right, talk to Horn. Hello, Horn. Yeah, your father's a very stern man and rather inflexible. I think I could use some air, Gnarlo. Let us walk outside for a short while. All right, let's talk to him outside the hall. Horn, played by Chris Hemsworth. So, what did you make of my father, Gnarlo? That went about as well as I expected. No, it actually went better. Our last meeting before I left for Stangard was an icy one. My time away seems to have thawed him somewhat, if only slightly. I hadn't thought to keep Prince Theodred's death from my sister Ingeth until it became clear my father had not told her, but I think it is best this way. She was very much in love with him, and his loss, well, it will not be an easy thing. All right, we're about to get a tour of Eoworth here. Had a little cup of my coffee here. Look at this place, Gnarlo. Keep my throat from giving out. I've looked. Trust me when I tell you it was not always like this. Many of the guards have turned to drink for solace against the great number of raiding orcs. There are not many children left in Eoworth, but those that remain are afraid. Everything has changed. When I was young, these buildings seemed to me so enormous. Now they seem so small and ramshackle. I sang for years of the glory of Rohan. Was any of it true? No, you are right, Gnarlo. I am being unfair. Eoworth has suffered greatly at the hands of orcs, and it is to regain the glory of Rohan that its people fight. Horn shakes his head to clear it. Yes, my songs were not lies. Rohan was great and will be again. It's just, I have become fond of Nona, and I wanted my family to accept her for the same reasons I have. And I wanted her to feel less out of place here. I did not think she would have as much trouble fitting in here in Eoworth, though perhaps I should have known better. Neither of us belongs in Rohan, it seems. She and I are both outcasts. It does not seem to bother her the way it bothers me. Perhaps she can help me come to accept it. Thank you for the walk, Gnarlo. The fresh air has done me some good. Completed instance, homecoming. Then we are going to go back and talk to Ingbert. Let us return to the mead hall, Gnarlo. Relaxing with you and Corridan and Nona in time of peace is more homelike now than anything Eoworth can provide to me. Okay. So he just ran on in and left us. He left us. He left us. Where's the mead hall? Is that the mead hall? That's not the mead hall. We are down the hill from the mead hall, aren't we? What did you leave us down here for? There we go. So big, it just fades into the background. Okay, how do we get around all this stuff now? There we go. Get on up here and talk to Ingbert once more.
I thank you for your discretion.
I thank you for your discretion, Gnarlo. Many a maid has cast herself into the torrent of the Entwash when learning of her unrequited love. I am not yet ready for Inget to learn of her betrothed's death. Apparently the females in this world act the exact same as the females in the Disney world. Saw a thing the other day that said, Walt Disney movies have taught me that when I'm very, very upset, I'm supposed to throw myself face forward down across a bed or a nearby object. Apparently they grew up seeing the same movies. Ingbert sizes you up appraisingly. I was blinded earlier. You are not the stripling for which I mistook you. My displeasure with Horn does not extend to you. You're welcome to come and go within the Entwash Vale if you are a friend to her people. The Uruks you seek passed north of Eoworth not long ago, and shortly afterward Eomer, the third marshal of the Rittermark, rode after them. I'm expecting him back any day now. All right, nice. Talk to Corridan. Where is Corridan? He's in Eoworth, so he must be back outside again. Farewell, Reeve. I hope that you and your family can have happier times. I must go and see about my family. Okay, I didn't have to look nearly as hard for you as I did for Horn.
I cannot find Nona. It is as if she just vanished.
You tell Corridan that Ingbert believes the Uruks you seek have likely been slain. We will not know for certain until we find them ourselves, Gnarlo, but we cannot leave yet. I have looked all around Eoworth, but I cannot find Nona. It is as if she just vanished.
Horn has gone looking for her, but when he last came this way, he had found nothing yet.
Did she tell you anything that might give us an idea of where she has gone, or do you think she has just fallen into trouble of some kind? The men of Rohan do not look kindly upon her people. I don't think she's gone and thrown herself in the Entwash, if that's what they think. You should ask the people of Eoworth if they have seen her, and I would do the same. I do not know if they would tell me anything, but we cannot let her disappearance go without investigation, Gnarlo. Horn is distraught, as you might expect him to be. He had grown fond of our fiery companion. You do not need elf eyes to have seen it. No, indeed, I do not need elf eyes. Chapter 13, The Ghost Vanishes. So we find Horn or Nona somewhere in or around Eoworth. Okay. Looks like my medium bridle has leveled up, so we're going to go over here and reforge it right quick. So it will continue leveling.
My friend.
Yes, heavy bridle of the third age. We never identify it. Okay. And we got a mace earlier. Let's identify that. And we need to reforge the medium bridle. Do we have anything else to reforge, or just that? Just that. Let's reforge the item. And we are going to add plus 50 war steed armor to it. Very nice. Okay, so it can continue on leveling there. And just to see, where are my legendaries? All my slots filled? Not all of them are filled. Let's put the... I want to put the heavy bridle there. I want to put the heavy bridle, or do I want to put the burglar's mace? Let's put the heavy bridle for now, since we can have a heavy, a medium, and a light, I think. I'm sure I will quickly get told if I'm doing that wrong. But we'll do that for now. We'll slot that one in there. Yes, I want to slot the item. And then eventually we will get around to buying. How much is another legendary slot? Let's see how much the store sells them for. I'm so happy that whatever problem I was having is fixed. Oh, 295. Is that all? We'll go ahead and buy one. Yep, let's go ahead and slot that one. All right. Now we can slot the mace and have it leveling up too. Very good. Okay, now having done that, let's get busy looking for Nona, shall we? Her or Eomer should be somewhere around the town. And I imagine whichever one I find is going to have a ring above their head, so that's going to be the first thing. Is looking at one of these mini rings that are on the map and seeing if any of them belong to one of our erstwhile companions there. Or will they be found outside? Getfelda. There's Ingeth. Ingeth, what are you doing over here? Wasn't anything about finding you. Ooh, I wonder if that's Ingeth. Find Horn or Nona somewhere in. Ooh, you're part of it, huh?
The Dunlendon woman? I have not seen her.
When I heard there was a woman from Dunland here, I thought she would frighten me. I always heard tell the people of Dunland were wild and savage, and there is a ferocity about her. But there was something else, too. She did not seem afraid of anything. Oh, I'm glad that I wasn't about to tell you anything about your betrothed being gone. Alright. You? Nope. Looks like we've searched the town pretty well. And truth be told, I wouldn't expect Nona to be hanging around inside the town for very long if she was as upset as she appeared. She doesn't like the Rohirrim areas, does she? Let's look around a bit and see all the burnt fields here. Wow. They have definitely had their share of troubles with the orcs, have they not? Now I'm seeing, nope, that's the one that goes on up to the mead hall, so that's where that ring comes from. And I haven't seen either one of them in the lower stabled area here. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Is that going to be a guard giving a mission or what? Well, burned out house there too. No, that's Sidgar. Okay, that is a guard. One of the guards. Alright, we're going to keep searching around until we find wherever Nona or Horn have gotten off to. Not going to make you watch it, and when we find it, I will rejoin you here. And there we seem to have found them. We've been all around the left over to a really nice logging area over there next to the swamp. Over here we seem to have found, looks like Horn. So let's go see what he has to say as he watches the river running by below. Now, I really don't think your Nona has jumped into it. Boy, some nice vistas. I do like the look from here. Very nice.
She is gone. She is really gone.
Horn holds Nona's sword in his hands and seems to see nothing but the lonely weapon. I found it here on the stones, Gnarlo, but why would she leave it? You peer out over the edge to the rushing river that has cruelly claimed so many maidens before their time, and Horn follows your gaze with his eyes. No, Gnarlo, she did not jump into the Intwash. I do not believe it. She left us for some reason, and she left the sword here so I would find it. But why leave us? Why leave me? He clenches one fist. I will take her brother's sword, and I will keep it for her until she returns. She will return, Gnarlo. I will not wield Wadu's blade, but I will hold on to it for Nona. Tell Corridan that Nona has left us, but that she will return. Her path simply does not follow ours for the moment. Talk to Corridan. Oh, this is why you make firm... Ooh, sorry. Let's not make jokes while we walk through the graveyard. Now, once we're out of the graveyard. This is why you make very firm rules within your adventuring party. You do not develop romances between the members of the party. It just never works out well. Okay, let's find Corridan again. I was thinking he was close up here. Wolfwaru. What, things are dead this far into town? I mean, how close did the battle get? Boy, it really seemed to scorch everything down here. If you weren't on the hill, you were in danger of having... weren't actually up on the hill, you were in severe danger of having your housing taken care of there. Nice warhorse. Alright, Corridan. Let's talk to you and get this particular adventure done for the day. And see where we are going to head next.
I think Nona will return in time, but I do not know when.
You tell Corridan what transpired on the cliffs, and he smiles grimly. That is what I thought, Gnarlo. Nona is indeed fine, and will return to us when she has resolved a few things in her mind. I know now why she has left, and why she did not bring her brother's sword with her. For love. You have seen the way the people of Rohan look at her, with fear and with distrust. She is not one of them. Despite Horn's banishment to Stangard, he is still much more of Rohan than she will ever be. So too has she seen the damage love can do. What would learning of Prince Theodred's death do to Ingith, his beloved? Nona grew too fond of Horn over too quick a time to lose him to battle and death. Perhaps she left to shield herself from growing even more attached to him. Perhaps she simply needs time to resolve her feelings. I think she will return, Gnarlo, but I do not know when. We must be kind to Horn in the meantime. He will feel this loss sharply, I think. Okay, what kind of leather breeches are we going to have this time? Last breeks? Liot breeks? Oh, those are quite nice, aren't they? Strang breeks? Or Domus breeks? So that's light. 2101. 2639. 26. That gives agility, in combat power regen. That gives agility and vitality and in combat power regen. As opposed to physical mastery. Yeah, I think we're going to go with these.
Horn will need to master his grief if we are to continue. We cannot allow this distraction to steer us away from our true purpose. Nona will return. I am certain of it. Eomer has returned from his ride north.
All right, it looks like we have finished. You have unlocked the movie Volume 3, Book 8, Into the Rittermark. Looks like we should be finishing up this book.
Eomer has returned from his ride north.
Indeed. Book 9, Chapter 1, Eomer. As Reeve Ingbert promised, Eomer has returned from his ride north. He is outside the mead hall, Gnarlo. Introduce yourself and see what he knows of the Uruks we pursued. Let's go have a look at Eomer right quick. Alright, wonder how much of your uncle you look like. Alright, folks, that is where we are going to end it up here. I'm glad we did decide to stop when the instance was starting last time and continue on today. So, we will continue on from there. I will hopefully get another episode up probably tomorrow. I'm hoping. Time is getting a little bit short. I've got one more day off from work, and then I go back to work for 3 or 4 days. So, in the next 24 hours, we'll see what we can get accomplished, and after that, it will be back to work time for a few days, and don't expect much up from me after that. Anyway, we will see how I am actually quite itching to see how the little romance between Horn and Nona turns out now. Hopefully not all dark and depressing and horrible. Let's hope this is more of a Disney movie instead of a Tarantino or George Martin story. As I say, I don't want everyone I care about to die. We'll see you next time. Thanks for coming along, and bye-bye.